Hey, what is up, everyone? Chris, Thrift Shop Hustler here. It is the weekend, and so we are going to do what's sold on eBay this week. My name is Chris, Thrift Shop Hustler. Everyone that's new to the channel, thank you for watching. I appreciate all the new subscribers. For those that are new to the channel, my name is Chris. I've been a reseller for 30 years. Started with baseball cards when I was 8 years old, selling in the flea markets. Ran internet auctions before eBay. There was Yahoo and stuff, and started eBay in 1995. Been doing this ever since. Ran a couple of eBay stores for a couple of businesses in town. So I have a pretty good knowledge base on this stuff, and just started getting back into it the last couple years. Kind of took like a few years off. I've always had listings on eBay, but started to take it real serious again, thanks to the amazing people on YouTube that got me pumped and excited to come back into the game, because I've been doing this for so many years. And for me, it's been very fun. I enjoy going to garage sales and thrift stores and looking through the stuff and finding those amazing treasures. And I want to do a video very soon on a time that I bought two statues for $50 and sold them for $5,000 last year. Me and my wife were going crazy. We were able to pay off some bills and all that kind of stuff, and have a couple good nights out on the town. It was amazing. And so I will do a video about that coming. I want to do one of those this week. So if you want to see that, click the subscribe button, and we'll talk about that. There's actually a pretty funny story about that find. And so here we are, another week. I hope everyone's sales have been going good. For me, I'm a part-time seller. I work in the film and TV industry. That is my full-time job. And I love my job. And if I didn't love my job, I would be doing this full time, because this is fun and exciting also. So I do this part time, and I put in a few hours every day. Well, not a few hours every day, like maybe an hour or two every day, and packing stuff up. I get sales every day. So this could be done. I have a crazy schedule, wife, kids, driving around, full-time art career, full-time film and TV career. So anyone could do it with a crazy schedule. My schedule is nuts. And been eating very healthy lately, so that's been, my vitality and my energy is definitely up. And some of you might have noticed since the beginning that I started my channel that I'm more, I guess, vibrant. I don't know what the word is, but anyways. So let's see what got sold this week, and we're not going to just gloss over everything, and we're going to actually spend a little bit of time and talk about each one of these products and what the mindset was, the purchasing price, what it sold for. We're not going to get super detailed into the numbers, because I am not a numbers person by any stretch of the imagination. I find numbers quite boring, and so that's just me. That's my personal thing. So we won't get too crazy about what sold and the percentages and all the ROI and stuff, but you can pretty much figure out the basics on your own. For me, I love the stuff. I love the hunt. That's what really gets me going. So first up, we have this Nintendo Zelda carrying case. It was like maybe like a 8x12 little messenger bag. It was pretty cool. It was like brand new. Well, it wasn't brand new. It didn't have tags, but it was literally in mint condition. There was a little tiny bit of flaws in the little buckles because they were metal. There was some tiny scratches, but pretty much it was like mint condition. I picked this one up for, I want to say I paid $6 for this, which is kind of a little bit more than I usually pay for something like this, but sold for $29.99 with free shipping. I think this went first class. It was under, no, it was a pound. I'm sorry. This was shipped, made a few dollars on it. The ROI wasn't super crazy on this. I had it at $49.99 for about a month, because I thought when I looked at comps, this thing was selling for about that much, for between $40 and $50. That's why I bought it. Kept lowering the price. Finally, someone bought it $29.95. Nintendo stuff, accessories. Well, not accessories, but clothing and kind of like this kind of like odd kind of Nintendo stuff sells very well. Especially Zelda. Zelda and Mario are two very popular characters in the Nintendo space, so look out for this. This one was actually a really cool find, and so I snapped this up. This one was a little older. I want to say, let's see, I don't think I can scroll down on this. I think I can. Yeah, this one was from 2006. And it says has minor wear. Look at the description. So that was that. That was a good find. Next up, we have this Disney VHS Darby O'Gill and the Little People factory sealed. This was actually a really cool find. This was actually a Goodwill find in their 99-cent VHS section. They actually had like 24 Disney videos that were sealed. And of course, I grabbed some of the ones that I thought would be good. I didn't really scan them and look them up. VHSs are usually hit and miss when it comes to Disney stuff because they've made a ton of it. So just beware of that. I bought all the Little Mermaid ones and Beauty and the Beast since the movie was coming out. Oh God, I should have listed those. I have a ton of those. See, I'm missing the ball, folks. When the new movie came out, I should have been listing all my Beauty and the Beast stuff I've been saving up this year, and that just reminded me that I have that stuff and I should be listening. I should have listed it already. So that's a pro tip. Always know what's going on with social things and pop culture, because you can basically hit at the apex of things like the Ghost in the Shell movie that's coming out. All the Ghost in the Shell products and things that were sold years ago are still going for a good amount of money. Some of the shirts are going for $200 or $300 from Ghost in the Shell. So that's what I'm saying. You have to be up on what's going on in culture and pop music and TV and television. I can tell you there's good money to be made, especially nostalgia stuff that comes back around. I am off track. Disney. What's special about this one is from the early 80s, and it's rare to find this sealed. I'm not sure if they even remade this movie, but this sold actually first time around St. Patrick's Day, because this is a St. Patrick's Classics, like about a little leprechaun. And the buyer didn't pay for it, so I relisted it. Sold like about a week and a half, 2 weeks later for the full price of $39.99. So I'm glad that other buyer didn't pay for it, because I think they got it for like half the price or something like that. So that was a good thing. 99 cents, Goodwill. Look out for sealed VHS. Even some horror movies and stuff like that in VHS can go for a lot of money. Just do your research, check eBay. So there's some older wrestling VHS videos that go for a couple $100. There's one in particular that goes for $400 or $500 that is out there. I know people have found that. So VHSs, don't sleep on them. I'm telling you, you have to just do your research. And there's some good money, because people think they're junk, but some of them are not. Some of them are worth a lot of money. Anyways, we are going to this PlayStation 1 game. This is the first PlayStation system that came out in, I want to say, the late 90s, early 2000s. This was in pretty good condition. I think I picked this up at a garage sale for $3 a year ago. I would have haggled the price down nowadays, but I bought a bunch of these off a guy, and he was a nice guy, and I just kind of offered him $3 each for them, and he said yeah, because they were like literally in like mint condition. And I put very good in the item description, because I always want to lower the standard as far as what is condition listed, and overproduce or over expedite, or I can't even talk today. You know what I'm saying, right? It's like better condition, but you list it as like something that's worse, so when they get it, they're like, oh, it's better than whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, so $3 I paid for this, $9.95 free shipping. I made a couple bucks on this. Bada bing, bada boom. I had this for about a year. PlayStation games, look them up. And also a cool thing that I wanted to kind of say about here, for PlayStation 1s, they're kind of in CD cases like this. The very, 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 very early ones kind of come in longer cases. But this is referred to as a black label PlayStation 1 case. As you can see, there's PlayStation on the side here, and it's in a black kind of label on the side. They reproduced so many of these games back in the day that a lot of them will have a green label, and those are kind of like the second versions of the same game. So when you see a black label, it has a little bit more pull, because like the collectors want to have all the original stuff. So keep a lookout for PlayStation 1. Next up, this one's fun to talk about. This is actually a big mama. Some of you might have saw a video that was a few videos ago of a thrift shop. No, it was a estate sale haul. And I found a bunch of kind of like old oil filters and things like this, but there was two of these sealed Blackberry rim interactive pagers. There's two of these, and they were sealed, and I scanned the barcode on Amazon to see if there's anything on there. There was no listings anywhere, nothing on eBay, nothing on Google. And so I'm like, oh, these are, these might be junk. But so they wanted $15 originally for these. And to me, I thought it was a high price for just junk, not junk, but old electronics that I had no idea what it's worth. So I asked them if they'd do 6 each. They said yes. So I got a pair of these for $12, and it was a random luck on my behalf, because this is what happens for me when I find old hardware and it's sealed. I try to talk people down on it and I buy it, because sometimes they're not going to be worth anything, but sometimes you're going to come across the craziness of this. And that's exactly what happened with those $5,000 statues, and we'll talk about that in another video. So anyways, I'm going off on a little bit of a rant again. This one sold for, this is the second one. Okay, so let me just back it up. The first one sold for $150 because I didn't know the true value of these. So I sold one for $150. I think I had it listed for maybe $199 or something like that. And then I did the research on this. This was the very first Blackberry. Before the longer handheld one, there was this pager thing made by Blackberry. And what's crazy is this was a sealed one, and it was in a bundle. It came with like a serial cable and a charger and like software. So this was actually super, super rare. So anyways, the first one sold for $150. This one I listed for $10,000, the second one, because I knew it was a piece of Blackberry history, and I do this thing called over under, or like high low. I call it the high low theory, where I list something that is like rare, that you have no idea what it's worth. You list it super high because you never know. Someone could have bought this for $10,000, and it could have been something that was worth that to someone, and I don't know. So I had it for 10 grand. I kept lowering it every week, lower, 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 lower. Finally, I've had this for a month listed. $299. It sat with 15 watchers, and finally someone pulled the trigger. $299. It's a great find, and shipped this priority. Luckily, it was in the same state, so I didn't have to pay that much. I did do tracking, I did do signature confirmation, and I did insure this, and I made damn well sure that the address is confirmed. So let's talk about that real quick. PayPal has buyer protection, or seller protection, excuse me. Make sure when you're selling one of these high-end things that when you look at their address in your email, that how you get an email, it shows you their address and it shows you how much they paid, that it says confirmed. Because if it doesn't say confirmed, it opens you up to a loss. And what I'm saying is PayPal is not going to automatically, you're going to have to deal with insurance, and you're going to have to deal with eBay and going back and forth, and you're not. So the thing is, why I bring that up is this buyer wanted me to send it to another address. And to me, I was like, hell no. And so like I asked him if I can send it to his confirmed address, because if not, I'm going to cancel the sale, even though it was $299 and it's super awesome. There was another seller or another buyer that the second this sold contacted me and is like, do you have more? Because he saw that I listed two. I get a lot of emails about this thing actually after it was sold saying, do you have more? Do you have more? So I just had this one. So I told the original buyer who paid $299, look, I have to ship it to your confirmed address or else I'm going to have to cancel the order. The person got right back to me and was like, please send it to the confirmed address. So just watch yourself. Look up on, it's called seller protection on PayPal. Look that up. If you're not familiar with that, get familiar with that. Make sure you send stuff to confirmed addresses. Make sure that if something's over $100, you do signature confirmation. Even spend a couple dollars to do the insurance. I use stamps.com, and I swear by stamps.com. A lot of people use the inside the eBay to print shipping. Do whatever you want to do, but for me, I've been using stamps.com for about 6 years. They have a lot of cool features and things, and I think it's $15 a month. For me, for my business, it's worth it. You know, a lot of people want to spend money on, an Amazon account for $40 a month and stuff like that. To me, it's a cost of business. It's a tax write-off, of course, because it's a business expense. We won't get into that. That's a whole other ball of worms. But so yeah, bottom line, look for old hardware that is sealed and you can get it at a good price, because when you don't know how much it is, sometimes you're going to get home and you're going to find out it's going to be junk. And what I mean by that is a lot of people are going to find these 10/100 Ethernet ports, and they're all sealed in their little square boxes, and you're going to think like, oh my God, these are worth so much. But you're going to get home and find out they're worth $12 each. And you paid $10 for them thinking they were going to be worth a lot. That's what I'm saying. Just do your research. So anyways, that is that. So this was actually a cool sale. And it was cool that I documented this thing too, which is awesome. Next up is this Rokinon lens. This came with a bundle of stuff that I bought a while ago. The lens was in pretty good condition. You always have to look up lenses. Some of them are actually worth a lot of money. Some of them are actually complete junk. This one was one of the junker ones. This was for a film camera. This wasn't for digital. And some people look for these very specific lenses for their film cameras. This one wasn't a super seller, but sold for $17.95 with free shipping. Luckily, this was like 1 pound and 6 ounces. And it was in the same state. So that was also awesome. So I saved on shipping. If this would have sold to somewhere like in New York or cross country, I probably would have made like $1 or $2 on it. So always be aware of your shipping weights on this, because this one should have been priced a little higher, or I should have charged for shipping. Next up is Vinylmation. Vinylmation is actually was a fun product. I was heavily involved with this product. I knew a lot of people that worked in Disney that worked on these things, and I was knee deep in Vinylmation when it came out. Unfortunately, the people that ran this product ran it into the ground, and it's very sad. I don't really want to talk about it, but anyways, Vinylmation. Look out for these if you can get these at garage sales for $1. Make sure they're in mint condition. Some of them come with cards, the earlier ones. Some of them don't. Some of them are actually still worth a pretty good amount of money. This one was a Haunted Mansion version of Master Gracie, and this one sold for $9.99 plus $2.99 shipping. I actually had shipping on this. This is how old this auction was. I've had this on eBay for, I want to say, like 2 or 3 years. Yeah, this is an old one. So look out for Vinylmation. You can find lots of these sometimes on Craigslist, and eBay actually will sell them too. And this is actually a pretty good niche. If you have $100 and you could buy a bunch of these, buy them in bundles and stuff, you can get them for maybe $1 or 50 cents each, and list them all $9.99 plus free shipping. And you'll continue throughout the year on that $100 investment, make $200, $300, $400, $500 on that. So it's just a good little side niche, side hustle. Harley-Davidson. Now this one actually has a funny story. Jay Leno must have donated a bunch of stuff at a local thrift shop here, because I found a bunch of his items. There was even a book that was signed to him from an author in 1998. And so there was a lot of this Harley-Davidson stuff. Now, I kick myself because I purchased some of the cheaper things that were there that they were selling, because I wanted to resell them. I think I got these patches for like 50 cents each because I bought a bundle of them. And this is from Love Ride. If those of you don't know Harleys, they have a Love Ride every year. And I think I want to say it starts in Glendale, California, and then goes north, and then they come back. And it's for a good cause, and every year they come out with merch. And this one was from 2007, the 25th Love Ride. And so yeah, this sold for $6.99 with free shipping. So I made a couple dollars on this. And so yeah, look out for Harley-Davidson stuff. Sometimes they're hits and misses. I bought these pretty much for 50 cents each. So I made a couple dollars on this. Nothing too crazy, other than it was part of Jay Leno's collection. And maybe I'll make a whole video on that. That was actually pretty interesting. Anyways, so Aqua Team Hunger Force DVD 2-disc set, brand new. I had this one up for a while for like $15.99 because it's actually like a $20 CD or a $20 DVD, and lowered it, kept lowering it over the last couple weeks, and finally sold it for $2.99. I got this for $2 at the local gift shop. I went to the gift shop, thrift shop. They have a bunch of all their DVDs and video games and CDs are $2 at this one particular place that I go. So I usually will go there a couple times a week and just kind of scan the thing. And sometimes I found some really amazing video games there. But anyways, I always look for sealed stuff, and I look it up on eBay while I'm there. So this one was $2. I usually try to stay away from DVDs because I bought a whole bunch of them at one point and they just sit. And so DVDs really leave a bad taste in my mouth. And I wish that I was ungated in Amazon, or else I'd kill it in DVDs, because I'm able to source good quality DVDs like every week. So anyways, next thing is, this is a funny one. So this was like a random thing that I found online, and I resold it. I think I want to say I paid like $23. I didn't get $99.95 for this, even though this thing is rare, and it was numbered to 300, and it had like a tag, and it was actually quite big. I think it was like 14 inches tall or 16 inches tall, and it was like a limited edition some bum thing. And I paid up on it because I thought like there was no listings anywhere, and I looked at some of the other things some bum was selling, and they were going for a good amount of money. So I tried to get $200 at this for one time when I first got it, and then kept lowering the price. Finally someone offered me $50 for it, and I was sick of looking at it, so I got rid of it. So I made maybe about $10 or $15 off of it. Actually more than that, because it was shipped in the same state, so it was even under a pound. So I was able to ship it in a large bubble mailer. I have different size bubble mailers, and I think the largest one I had was for like jackets and jeans and things. And it was able to ship first class, which was cool. So this was a pretty good sale. Look out for collectible plush, because you never know what's going to be valuable and what's going to be not. Like you've seen with those Energizer Bunny ones I bought earlier this year that I got. I think I paid like 15 each for those, and they ended up selling for like $75 each. I'm losing my voice already. Next up is this Thomas and Friends thing. I bought these at Target. They were like in blind bags, and I was able, I don't know who produced these, but I was able to like just look through them. The bags, there was a little portion on the bags, plastic bags, that was white, and I was able to like just kind of look at all these. So I bought all the little superhero ones because I saw that some of those were going for good money. I bought a bunch of those, and I've only sold a couple of them, so it was actually a bad investment, even though it was like $1.73 maybe for the bag. But sold this one for $6.99. Look out for Thomas and Friends stuff. That stuff sells really well. I should probably actually put these on Amazon as their own separate auctions. I'm sure they would do better there. But anyways, so this is just one of the little things that I get. And last but not least, we got this drum tuning thing. I don't know what this is. This was one of those $2 DVDs that I got at the local thrift shop that I go to, that I found some amazing things at. And so this was a $2 item, $11.99, first class bubble mailer, bada bing, bada boom. And this was pretty much. I've sold some other little things, but I don't want to bore you guys with a super long video. I just picked out some of the highlights, and of course I had Amazon and Etsy sales, but those are just different things that I don't think anyone would be really interested in. I might make an Amazon video maybe this week about stuff that sold on Amazon, but I just wanted to do this video on eBay stuff. I didn't want to cut into Amazon and Etsy and things like that, because I have a lot of side hustles. I do Etsy, I do Poshmark, I do Amazon FBA. I don't do Shopify or any of that stuff. I do merch, and you guys have seen my merch videos. Check those out. So I really appreciate you guys tuning in. If you like this channel, I'm losing my voice. It's crazy. Click the subscribe button right there, and what that'll do is you'll be in the driver's seat, because I'm gonna make tons of videos this year. diving deep into collectibles and things like that. I have a show called Know Your Stuff every week. I go over a collectible brand, and we dive in and we check out all the different things. So if you just sell clothes and shoes, it's a good thing to watch because you learn something you might not know. Because literally, when you go into a garage sale, and I've been doing this for so many years, you go into a garage sale, and I can literally just scan a table and be like, this, and this. How much for this, and this? Buy them, and I know what their, the collectible value of those are. And that only happens when you do it over a good amount of years and you do research. That was the point of my videos for the Know Your Stuff, is to show you guys what I know, the different collectibles and things. So appreciate you watching me. My voice is totally gone, and we'll see you really soon. Everyone have a good weekend. Click the like button. Leave a comment below if there was something that you liked, if there was a question that you had, and I will see you soon.